Holy cow. Look at that. I may be even live. How's it going, everybody? How you doing out there on YouTube? How you doing, Maria? Thanks for coming in because it says that you're new around these parts. My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. I do these live streams to keep my sanity and keep you guys entertained, and then we can make something out of it. Let me adjust this brightness level. I'm overblown. I'm underblown. And my cover's blowing. No. So today's topic of today's video, and I'm glad you're watching, we're going to actually touch upon this 3 different times in the video. And the topic of the video is, Dear Mrs. Mayor and Mr. Governor Sisolak, we the people would like to have a word with you. And before I go on to get you guys talking about stuff, hold off for a minute. Just want to say thank you so much for all your support. It's been a fantastic journey, and I'm really honored that you've been on it with me. And I never thought that I would get close to 20,000 subscribers. I really thought it would never get to 10, and now it's close to 20. So there's something about things. And look at this. I made this so it doesn't make my face disappear. Aren't I a clever fella? It's called a transparent PNG. I didn't invent it. It's a thing. So, what would we say if we had the mayor and the governor right in front of us? And I'm not just talking about, whoa, Mr. Classic TV 1980, thank you so much. Dual stream watching, I bet you he's watching Matthew and Me. Matthew and Me, that sounds like the name of a new sitcom. It's a wacky Canadian sitcom. It's Matthew and Me. Tonight on the CBC. I'm just kidding. The CBC hasn't made anything good in years. I don't know if that's true. I haven't lived in Canada for 15 years. Anyways, thank you guys. Thank 190 times concurrently to Mr. Punky Power Classic TV 1980. He does slots. You should go check his channel out. He's cool. So, if you had the mayor and the governor right in front of you, what would you say to them right now? And I think I would say, you guys need to stop operating out of fear. And I said this once before, and I'll say it again. And I will tell you guys, there's a few things we would say to the mayor if I was going to talk to the mayor. I probably will never be able to talk to the mayor. I actually emailed the mayor's office, but I'm sure they've gotten 100,000 emails a day since the start of all this. And I've yet to reach out to the governor because what's the point? I'm very sardonic and very, very narcissistic. I'm very, very pessimistic when it comes to that stuff. But if I had the mayor in front of me, my words to the mayor would be, Dear Mrs. Mayor, please understand we all love you. Just a week ago, there were people in the comments of my YouTube videos saying, Carolyn Goodman for President 2020. And now we have flipped the switch, and all of a sudden everybody seems to hate you. I don't think it's your fault. I hope you don't believe those things. I think you were ill-prepared for the Anderson Cooper interview. But c'est la vie, such is the thing that happens when you get to a point where you're now in the big leagues. Anderson Cooper is the big boys. I had a friend who talked about the difference between college football's best players and the NFL's next players. So at the same time, the college football can't compete with the NFL. It's a whole different league, and that's why so little people make it into that league. So do me a favor, Mrs. Mayor. My message for you is simple. You're a civic leader, and we all understand at this point by now that you don't actually represent 2 million people in the city of Las Vegas, but in a way, you do. You're not elected by them, but you do represent them. You represent them on a level because you are an icon in a city that has a mayor. Most people don't understand how the city's laid out, so now you're representative of all of them. So they come to you, and they're crying out in pain. They're suffering, and I can't imagine the heartbreak you have to go through. You probably just have some people to just read your emails for you. But get with the private industries, Mrs. Mayor. Get with the private industries because the people of this city are quite frankly fed up. Thank you, Sean Slack. 254 thank yous for Sean Slack. I will interrupt my rambling for that. The people are fed up of what's going on in Vegas, the nickeling, the diming, the paid parking, the resort fees that oftentimes you can't utilize, the inflated prices on things, the drink fees on top of fees, on top of fees, the venue fees. Andy PJR02, you're new here. What we do here is we give 257 and 58 likes to Andy and Sean. Thank you guys so much. Guys, what it ends up being is that the people are tired of it, Mrs. Mayor. And if you want there to be a Las Vegas in 15 years, you have to do something. We'll get to Mr. Sisolak in just a moment. But what's going to happen and what could happen and what I hope never happens is simple. One jurisdiction in this country decides that one state is going to open up gambling, or one special district like they do in a country like China where they have special economic districts for gambling, manufacturing, different places where things are legal. One big capital investment from somebody worth about $10 billion, billion with a B, And before you know it, we have a place that might rival Las Vegas in size and stature. More favorable tax laws caused Toyota to leave California in favor of Texas. They moved their entire manufacturing facility and left thousands of jobs left in California, where people are now out of work, but they're in work in Texas, where they got favorable tax breaks. And it wouldn't take that much, about $10 billion, that's billion with a B as in boy, and about 10 to 15 years. And Vegas would be gone like that. With casinos and resort properties and capital from investment from gaming companies that are hungry to get into the U.S. market but can't get a gaming license in Nevada because they're so valued, you could look at all of this disappear. And it's not your fault. You didn't do all this. You didn't get to this point. You got to this point because the companies that feed the beast ran amok for many, many years. Is it amok or a mook? Amok or amok? They ran amok for years. Private industry let private industry do what they do, and I'm a capitalist, and so are you. But at the same time, nobody kept them checked, nobody kept them balanced, and now you've priced out the common people. So get with those companies. Form some kind of a special task force. Aren't task forces the coolest thing ever nowadays? Doesn't everybody have a task force? The president has a task force. There's all these task forces happening. Make your own. Get that Jim Murin fellow. He seems to want to help out. He's retired. He's got lots of money. Get him to form a private-public partnership, a P3, so he can go ahead and he can get these resorts to realize and wake up. These people are sick and tired of it, and they're not going to do this for much longer, and especially in the post-COVID world that we're going to. On the same time, Mr. Governor Sisolak, you need to realize that people need some kind of comprehensive plan. They need to have some kind of idea when things are going to open up. There are people who are hungry to come to Vegas that will gladly go to Branson or Nashville because they got to get their vacation time in. And once they spend their precious vacation dollars on that, they're done. They're not coming to Vegas for another year or so, and maybe even longer if the economy stays the way it is, but they might have some savings left. So what you need to do, Mr. Sisolak, is you need to get a concrete, comprehensive plan in place so that you can go ahead and make these things a reality for people and offer them some kind of hope and some kind of idea that things are going to happen. Because right now you have small businesses that have loans that are coming due that they took out because of this great economy and because nothing like this was ever going to happen, right? And you have them having their creditors call them and you not having a plan in place. That is detrimental to everybody on all sides of the spectrum. Their creditors say, we don't know if you're going to open in May, June, July, or never. Maybe you guys decide that your governor wants to wait 18 months. So no, we're calling off your debts. They go bankrupt. 10 of their employees go bankrupt. The 10 people that they might visit to spend money on, they can't afford things, and it's a trickle-down thing. So you need to have some kind of an idea. You need to tell people, we're going to shoot for May 15th, depending on the curve. But you guys both have to get down and sit down together intelligently. The mayor needs people to tell her what to say. She needs to understand what all these people want. She needs to go on some YouTube channels and read the comments, where a week ago she was the people's champion punching up against the big boys in the state capitol up in Carson City. And the governor needs to go down to the city level and realize that people are hurting. But right now in the video, I want to turn it over to you. I'm going to read as many comments as I can, as quickly as I can. I'm sure you're already chatting, but now's the time of the video where I'm going to say, Dear Mayor and Governor, what would you say to them? You sound off in the comments right now. Do it. I don't know when the pandemic will end, Champagne Pappy. I have no idea. 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, maybe it'll never end. Maybe we're living in this world where this horrible thing goes around the world forever and changes every single year, and it's just a much more intensified version of the flu where it takes many, many, many years for us to get some kind of a herd immunity to this thing. And even then, people still get sick with the flu. But what would you tell the mayor right now? Are you listening to me out there? Because you're all chatting and I appreciate y'all, and you don't have to stop doing what you're doing, but what would you want to know? Everyone needs to know that there are no FDA-approved reliable antibody tests yet. What would you tell the mayor and the governor? That's the test of this video. I don't know if people are going to answer me, and if you don't answer me, I won't do this kind of video again, and I'll do what you like. What do you want to know from the mayor and the governor? What would you do to have them change the Vegas experience if they could communicate with the companies? How would you change? Okay, Eric777 says, open, go slow. Nice to see you here, Eric. That's a new name to me. Mayor, get a clue. Governor, keep up what you're doing. Goiter thinks it's good the way it is. Mayor needs to find another industry that's not in the gaming industry. Well, she's a city manager. She's a civic servant. She's a civil engineer. We should have a daily briefing from both of them, Mark says. Excellent choice. Very nice. But how would you change the Vegas experience? And I'm going to ask you guys this question coming up. My live streams are 90 minutes in length. So we're going to ask this question in a little bit of time when there's more people watching. So people will see that there are questions that are asked and questions that are answered. So let's go and set a timer and ask this question again. Open now. I want to go to the casino. Limited capacity. What would you do to change the Vegas experience? What would you do to change it? Well, how would you make it better? How would you welcome the world back to Las Vegas? How would you listen? How would you listen to the people and translate that into the Vegas experience? I think they need a task force. Why aren't they working together? Excellent question. I think that's a great question, Mr. CS Rocker, new to me. Thank you for coming. And Sean Slack is saying, take my money, Vegas. I want to come now. Gamble the Globe says resort fees are optional, so maybe we should rejigger and redo the resort fees. Champagne Pappy says, get rid of the sideshow costume wearing people on the strip. Great, I like that. No masks, that's what Wall Street Warlord says. And Paul says we need to make money now. Tests are increasing so quickly, it's hard to analyze case numbers. I think we need better case number analyzation. I think so too. The mayor and the governor are in uncharted territories. Vegas might change forever, and people are not ready for that. The world is changing. Why wouldn't Vegas? Vegas needs to stop the resort fees. Just another tax. They need to work together safely and opening soon, is what Connie says. For the mayor, may I suggest a relaxing 30-day retreat north of the city with 3 square meals? Okay, that's funny. Let's be constructive, and we can make jokes too. That's fine. Get rid of resort fees. Free health checks on a voluntary basis. Okay, if we can afford it. Wait, be cautious. Restrictions of groups for more than 15 advised till August 31st. Very good point. Lower resort fees and parking fees to get more comps. Governor, take our money when things are good. No more resort fees. Eliminate the resort. Distinctively Canadian says that's what they're doing up in Alberta. Eliminate resorts and parking fees. Go back to the old Vegas. What happens here stays here, and I hope you have a hangover type of experience. Open up with social distancing. Make it the old Vegas where you were important, not just a number. Daily briefing from the mayor and the governor based on the ongoing meetings and development of United Front. 7-point plan on how the rollout should happen. I like your thinking, April, but does anybody else listen? I don't know. Share this video on social media. Maybe somebody will see it, but let's be honest. I'm just a guy with a camera doing the best I can with limited capacity to get a message out. So you guys have to help me. Hey, Albert from Salinas is here. I'm not against resort fees, Gamble the Globe says, but the amenities are room key operated. Just lock it if you don't pay. I think that's a great point. Rich says, more communication to the city and make people feel like they are wanted and appreciated. Bring back the cheap meals is what William Roberts says. Everyone needs to be smart about it. Ramp up testing so Vegas can open. Better hygiene on the rooms, the restaurants, the spas. All working people in Las Vegas need to be tested. Show visitors that they have been tested. The Moo, that's a great point. I love your line of thinking. I thought of that myself the other day too. To the mayor, bring old Vegas back. See, what's up, brother? Any word on Boyd? No, I don't have any new words on Boyd. I'm sorry, Michael. Steak and eggs, $5. There you go, guys. That's what it is. It looks like the general populace right now says less resort fees, ease up on the paid parking, daily briefings from people so they know it's safe when they come here, no face masks mandatory, social distancing, stay in place, hand sanitizers available to use, and wipe down your machines. Masks need to be worn, no buffets until this is better controlled. Look, guys, we have a lot of good ideas here, don't we? We got a lot of good ideas. We got 98 likes on the video. Pump up the likes. Pump it up. Pump my likes up, please now. How about some communication from the governor? I agree with that, Derek. We can't all put it on the mayor. And but for the record, the governor did appear on Anderson Cooper and apparently was a little less off the rails and off the chain. Wall Street says free education seminars on how to be healthier. I think that's a great point. I mean, our parents have been telling us to wash our hands, but men, let's be honest here. I know it's not you. It's never you. But guys, we're filthy in the bathroom. Clean and safe 99-cent shrimp cocktails. Test everyone before they walk through the casino and the hotel, Champagne Pappy says. Sorry for drinking. But here's the deal. Here's the deal, guys. It's tough to be in Vegas right now. There are no answers anywhere. Anywhere. Mark 1 says just elect some Republicans. Everyone has to have a test and get a health card. It's tough in Vegas right now. You know why it's tough right now? Because we don't have any communication, and communication is key. Communication is the most important thing. When you don't have communication, marriages break down. When you don't have communication, Businesses go out of business. I thought you were going to do that. I thought you were going to do that. Doesn't work, okay? That's that guy's department. That's my department. That's his department. Well, my old man once told me, if you see something, say something. And he told me this in like 1991. He said, son, if you see a building or some smoke, call the fire department, because if everybody who saw that building or smoke didn't call the fire department because they thought that somebody else did, you could have a complete natural disaster on your hands. And if that's the case, then everybody's in trouble. So yes, we have to... Andrew Cogger, welcome to my chat, Andrew. You're allowed to say things that are politically motivated, but you're not allowed to be ridiculous like that. So let's just have that not be like that, Andrew. You can say your political thing. I don't like Trump. Trump is a blank. That's not nice. So enjoy your 5-minute timeout. Cool off, man. Be chill. There's some Trump supporters here. There's some Biden supporters here. There's some Bernie people here. There's some Yang gang in here, I'm sure. Everybody's here from everywhere. People from not even in this country are here. It's a good place to be. We keep it chill. There's no easy solution. We all just have to have information. Communication is key. That's just it, okay? So at the same time, what are you guys thinking about Vegas experience after the mayor said that? Do you think that the companies would ever deal with that stuff? I don't think the companies would ever deal with that stuff. Reality is, the longer everything stays shut, the harder it will be to come back. They're bleeding money. How can they do that? Now, here's another dear mayor. If I were to be that person that helped the mayor through that interview, I would tell her, like, look, this is what... Oh, distinctively Canadian. Thank you so much. Distinctively Canadian. You are a gentleman and a scholar, unless you're a lady, in which case you're a gentlewoman and a scholar. We all want the best for everybody, don't we? We all want the best for everybody. And oftentimes, what I think happens is that if you start a new endeavor, you'll have people who are your friends who will tell you it's crazy and you should never do it. And sometimes those people are telling you that because they just want the best for you. And they are afraid of you getting hurt or you losing yourself in the process. And they're not going to be able to stop you. And maybe that's what this is. Maybe everybody's just afraid right now. I am so thirsty. I got a drink on camera. So there you go. My giant cup from a takeout place, from an Asian takeout place. I saw that the mayor put out a new statement earlier today. The problem is, you can't put the cat back in the bag. You can't unring a bell. Weedsterman asked me if I'm drinking water or vodka. Well, you're new, and I appreciate your super chat, so I need 392 thank yous to Weedsterman. And I don't drink vodka. I can't stomach this stuff. I'm Ukrainian, and I'm like the only Ukrainian-blooded person from there that can't stomach vodka. And no, it's just water, and I'll do this whole pace for 90 minutes, believe it or not. Then I'll be tired. My goodness. So it looks like it's extending shelter in place up in San Francisco through May 3rd. Guys, at the same time, I think a good thing for the mayor to do would be to leverage a lot of the private industry here and say, look, I have the capacity to get with these companies. Just like Governor Sisolak appointed Jim Murin to be head of that task force, because everybody's on a task force. I just think that they want to be on task forces. I think that men are like, I want to be on a task force, and so they make one up. And everybody, thank you. Weedsterman keeps getting YouTube censored, not by me or my moderators. So if you guys are held, I'm fixing them. Resort fees should include extra super terrific room cleaning, absolutely perfect, 100% hygienic environments, and free training on how to stay healthy, eat healthy, choose your choice of cuisine. I think honestly, if they changed the resort fees to a cleaning fee and got rid of the resort fees, and they were just veiled in a cleaning fee, people wouldn't care. They'd be like, oh, I have a cleaning fee. Okay, thanks. And they would just pay it, unless it was $51. But that's my point. Okay, the mayor can leverage all of the power of the private industry around her right now. She can take all of the power. She can go to MGM Resorts International. She can go to Caesars International Entertainment. She can go to the Las Vegas Sands Corporation. She can go to, the Landry's Group that owns those casinos like the Golden Nugget downtown. And she can say, look, you guys have been tracking players and down to the minute how much they gamble in their machines and on the tables for years. So guess what? I know you can track how many COVID cases we have. I know you can track this stuff, so let's track it. Let's get to the bottom of it. Let's get with the Valley healthcare system and let's track exactly how many people coming in are diagnosed. It's not hard. At the end of the day, those nurses and the clerical people, they put the numbers in the computer. You guys pull those numbers off. You put them into a public website that's giant and easy to read, like the government's current COVID-19 website, and then that's the information. And anybody at any time can see a graphical representation of the curve because people really like graphical things. There's a whole thing called Data is Beautiful on a social network called Reddit that you should check out. It's really awesome. And then those people will be able to see what's going on. They'll be able to see where the curve is at. They will feel comfortable and safe knowing that the resorts are doing a good job to clean things up. And they will feel comfortable and safe knowing that we have a handle and a control on all of the new cases. And another thing is test these employees at these resorts. If you found out that everybody working, Chris Phillips says to start a task force for the people of Las Vegas. Yeah, Chris can be the head of the task force, and I will be the guy who talks on a camera every night. Oh man, I couldn't be ahead of anything. But if you did a testing of every employee at all the properties and you found out that like 80% of them, thank you, Hugh, I appreciate it. If you found out that 80% of your employees had antibodies, would it feel better for your guests to walk through the door? I think it would feel better for the guests to walk through the door knowing that at least the employees wouldn't be the issue. So there you go. Georgia is opening today. But we don't do that. Instead, we just take the money and the state takes the money from the casinos and then it all trickles down back to the city level. But right now the city's looking at $160 to $200 million shortfall. And they're doing what everybody else is right now. They're putting out their hands and asking Uncle Government to take care of it for them. And that's really not a way to be either. Nobody wants to do that. Complimentary personal protective equipment given out by all major casino marketing for their brands and logos, and unlimited hand sanitizer. If you gave somebody a halfway decent mask that had your casino logo on it, there's a good chance they would take that mask back home and wear it. You can make things that are lightweight, that are not, they're not certified. You put a little disclaimer on it and you say, this mask is not certified to fight or prevent any illnesses. Every single supplement you buy that's an herbal supplement from the store already says this on there. There's a blanket FDA disclosure. We can have that. That's a great idea. Hand sanitizers with the logos of the resorts on them. That's like the casino cups that people used to bring back home and then use in their kitchens. If this had a logo on it, I'd be advertising every single time that I drank out of it. There you go. I'm sorry about my monologue, Steve. I just thought maybe we could talk about that stuff. Thank you, Victor Crawl. 425 likes for Victor Crawl in the chat tonight. Victor Crawl is a rock star. You don't know who you are, but you're a rock star. Thank you, Victor Crawl. Thank you so much. That's so nice. And I never ask you guys, and I appreciate it. Walter says no masks. The casinos and hotels will pay attention to what the public will tolerate, and the public stops tolerating it. No attendance to clearly show the executives what is wrong, Jeffrey says. That is true. However, there are some people that will risk things, and if it's a high risk thing, it's not a good thing. Disney won't open until 2021, and Vegas will be like that too. This is something that people have pointed out, to which I have to respond that everything at Disney is close contact. The whole park is close contact. Disney is focused on rides and attractions where people have to be in close contact with each other. Vegas is not so much. So that's what that is. They should just mist hand sanitizer everywhere. The streets, casinos, theaters just have sanitizer nozzles misting over everywhere. Yeah, we can replace the the water misters with hand sanitizer misters. I don't know if you can wear a mask at a bank, and that's another question. You know, casinos don't like face coverings in general because it says people can do nasty things. Then if NBA and NFL masks are kind of trashy and overpriced. I made better designs in my head, Will says. Wall Street says digital readouts on rooms, restaurants, restrooms, slot machines, and with a timestamp and reading of each were last cleaned. That could be possible. You don't even need anything expensive. If you go into a Best Buy store, if they ever open again, you can see that they have digital e-paper. And e-paper is a thing that, don't worry about it, Walter, we're back. It's all good, buddy. e-paper is just a thing where you can click a button. It doesn't take hardly any electricity. It's so low voltage. It's what they make a Kindle out of. Heck, Amazon Kindles, I bet you could buy those at scrap for $2 or $1 a piece and install them in the doors, and they all have Wi-Fi, and you just coordinate it. You guys have everything. That's it. Paul Rotter wants Golden Nugget face mask. I have some Vegas material, Paul, but I don't know that it's Golden Nugget. I know there's Stardust on there. Mist vodka will kill the virus and the guests get buzzed. And everybody will gamble more, Red Pill Gary. And that's the point of Vegas, getting buzzed and gambling. So we have a lot of suggestions here, but is anybody listening? Probably not, but at least we're listening, and at least we know we got the message out there. In New York City, the banks do allow you wearing masks. We can't actually go into banks here, Wall Street Warlord. They're all closed except for drive-thrus and teller windows and that kind of thing. So Hugh said, what did Hugh say that was deleted by a moderator? Hugh said, F me, I need a drink. Okay, fair enough. But he didn't say F, he used the forward letter. Hey, Steven, how are you? Can you tell me what's going on about Las Vegas? Will it open? Welcome to the topic of the day, Snow J. Cool. And I don't have a crystal ball. I was saying May 1st till May 15th. Maybe still some things will be open. Whoa, Scott Davis. He says, I've waited as long as I can. I have canceled my Las Vegas trip for the last week of May. Scott, I really wish you hadn't done that, and I'm really sorry you felt the need to do that, but I want you to be comfortable. Thanks, Scott, 440 times, please, everybody. Thank you so much. Oh, man, should I be worried that I bought killer masks on Amazon but learned it's coming from China? Well, today I had somebody say that they were trying to buy an orange juicer, a juicing machine, but they couldn't find one made in the United States. But people are trying to definitely buy American, which is great. How do I feel about Michigan's governor loosening the restrictions today? I think that we have some of the loosest restrictions in Nevada and that we're doing okay with our issue here. But Michigan versus Nevada are very different things, obviously. They had much colder weather in Michigan. They had much colder weather in Michigan, and maybe they had a bigger problem with it. So I'm glad that she was able to open the restrictions today, because people up there need to have some kind of sanity, and they're feeling like they're not represented very well by their government. And if you let the people speak, the people will usually make good informed decisions. Sometimes they make decisions that actually lead to positive things. When do you think the border from Canada to the United States will open in Vegas? I think the Canadian government is erring on extreme caution right now, so that is a tough one. Guests and gamblers will be attracted to the cleanest casinos. That is true. They'll also be attracted to the casinos with the best deals. Victor Krall says to buy American and support me. Yep, I got the masks. I just have to figure out a way to size them and give you guys prices. If you emailed me, you'll be getting emails tonight. I've been saying that the last few nights, but I have to get the sizes. Nobody's talking about mosquitoes. They love me. I'm going to get it no matter what. Drain your ponds, people. I don't think mosquitoes carry it unless I'm not familiar, but they could. Whoa, Scott. Hold the phone. Carl Malone. It's Scott Davis. Can I get 448 consecutive likes to Scott? And Scott says, when I come back to the city I love, I want the stripped downtown Fremont Street performers all back. Well, that's diametrically opposed to what we just heard, which is get rid of those people. Scott likes those people. Do you guys like the street performers here? Would you like them to be a little bit more sanctioned? 43D Cardenas says, want to hear my last blanky week in Las Vegas? I get there 3:13 to 3:16. I called the night before to make sure the concert was going on the 14th, which was happening, only to arrive and the strip is closed. I'm sorry you had that issue. I'm sure you weren't the only one that had that issue. It happens, unfortunately. Guys, thank you to being so generous to me. I don't ever ask, but you guys are beautiful people. All of you, even the ones just chatting right now, are great. Kareem Smith says, East Side of Vegas, baby. How are the smokers going to smoke? What if their face mask catches fire? Wouldn't that be the ultimate viral video? I think I'm doing good at 20,000 subscribers. I bet you a person with a face mask catching fire video will happen, and I bet you they get 1 million+ views. You can't get a haircut, I know. Even Steven, what's up? What's up, Mr. Bruce? How you doing, my friend? Nice to see you back in the chat. JR says the chat is crazy. Hopefully it's crazy good. Fremont Street is fun because of the street people. I'm sure you mean the performers, because the street people are the ones that will mug ya. You don't want to be mugged in Vegas. You're going to have a bad time. If you pizza when you're supposed to French fry, you're going to have a bad time. Victor says my name 3 times. Don't say it 3 times. It might appear like Bloody Mary in front of you. Until they invent a full-size baby condom with self-contained breathing apparatus, I'm not returning until a vaccine just makes one drunk and jackpot 10 days later. Oh my goodness. Well, Silent. Oh, Gamble the Globe. Thank you guys. So, whoa, Jerry. Oh, gosh, guys. Howdy from Cut and Shoot, Texas. Down in Texas. Down in the great state of Texas. Is that near a West Texas town of El Paso? That's a song from a long time ago. It's been proven that some of the restrictions in place have no effective result. Basically common sense used. Sweden might have proved that. That's interesting. I didn't see the people protesting on the strip today, Kareem. I'm sure I'll cover it in a video tomorrow if it was significant. Is Fremont Street that ghetto? I really want it. No, the main tourist areas are never ghetto anywhere you go. I remember an episode of Saturday Night Live, but it was still pretty funny, that had The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson on it. And he was playing, the bit in the sketch was set up that they were in Hawaii and this couple was eating at a nice restaurant and they're playing the ukulele music and singing. And then the camera would go to The Rock and he would be talking about how crappy the life of a lot of people in a resort town is. So he'd be like, yeah, little do you know, we live eight to a small 500 square foot apartment just to make the ends meet, just 2 blocks from here. Well, that's what happens sometimes in, 10 British pounds from Richard. I don't get a lot of British pounds on the channel. That's worth more than USA money. I'm from the UK and I'm fascinated by your interesting, informative views. Stay safe. Kind regards, Richard. Well, thank you, mate, if I can call you that. Thank you, Richard. That's very nice, guys. 442 likes go out to Richard. Can you say Richard's name, please? Honor these folks who honor us and honor me somehow for whatever reason, so thank you. I work at Fremont Hotel. Tony Roma's downtown is way better than the strip for locals. That's true. Hugh Bryson with a toonie and change, but they don't make change for toonies. That's a $2 coin in Canada. Thank you very much. You're a rock star too. Thank you. So, hello from Winterpeg, Manitoba. A blankhead chick once told me nice butt outside the Californian. I gave her all my change the next night. There you go. So, wow. We got a lot of good ideas going on in here. And guess what? We're going to touch upon that again in just a few minutes. So the new crop of people can give a new crop of ideas. And then somebody will look at this video and maybe share it to the right person, because the internet is a funny place, isn't it? Sometimes you meet up with somebody in a chat room that you knew 20 years ago and you're like, hey, I remember you. You went to that high school. Where are you at now? And all of a sudden, 7 links in the chain. Everything goes good. Happy Friday, Victor. Thanks for being with me there. Bob Johnson made a joke. It was kind of cute. I try to not make fun of anybody because my grandfather had Alzheimer's and it sucks. Your channel rocks. I put it on my Facebook so people can watch you. Sean Smith, that's very nice. I was thinking of broadcasting to Facebook and YouTube at the same time, but I have a tendency to overcomplicate things. So I don't want to overcomplicate things. I appreciate it, guys. So now JR is obviously anti-Trump, and he's saying that everybody's going to end up in the ICU if they listen to the president. There you go. So guys, Blackjack is not... Oh, here he is. He's sleeping. He's sleeping. I mean, if I shake the food, then he gets up, and then he's all happy. Camaro asks, why S.J. Campbell 2004? Steve Miller is very generous. Thank you so much. Steve Miller, thank him 438 times for me. S.J. Campbell, because that's... Whoa, Joe Vegas, you're new around here. Thank you, Joe Vegas, 439 times. Do you actually live in Vegas, Joe Vegas? Hey, can we get the Lost Vegans who might be in here to do me some kind of a shout out? I am trying to get comfortable on this chair. Don't like sitting for long periods. I have cabin fever. Can we get the local Las Vegas crew in? And thank you so much to Joe Vegas and everybody. Thank them 443 times. Local Las Vegas, where are you? Are you here, Joe? Thank you, Joe. That is good. My goodness, guys, you never cease to amaze me with your ridiculous amounts of generosity. Thank you so much. I wonder who else is live tonight. If there's another live YouTuber tonight from Vegas, shout them out in the channel so people can know they have options. They don't have to stare at my ugly mug, which is apparently made for radio. I heard in a comment once. Oh, we got Sean Smith, who's local. I got the new civil defense, who's local. I got Jen, who's a local. I got Timothy, who's one of my OGs, who's a local. He's been here since almost the start. I got Mark 1 is here. He's in Vegas. Who else do I got in Vegas here? Well, I got a Henderson. That's a Vegas local. I got Paradise with Bruce. Andy's here. That's awesome. I got Vegas here. He sold out and went to Cali where the weather's a lot nicer and it's not so hot. What am I wearing tonight? I'm wearing a Vegas shirt. It's a gambler shirt. It's pretty cool. Maybe I'll wear it in a video sometime. I got Eastside Vegas with the ugly old fat man. That's cool. I appreciate you guys. I've never been to New York City, Boston, or Washington. I've been to like upstate New York. Oh, Okerlund is here. Shouts out to Okerlund's girl, Kristen. I can't say it right because he didn't type it. I'm trying to remember all of this. Kevin Zinn is here. He's a Las Vegas home inspector. He is on my Patreon. That is nice. I got a lot of Patreon people here, by the way. Will Jacobs is in Michigan, though. Hi. What's up?
Show this.
It's wife time on the channel. Hi.
Show this. This is the
Show
one that-
what? Show them something.
Today.
Something. Oh, I can show them this. Yeah, I was gonna put this on the Patreon.
Are you really?
Yeah, but I'll show you guys if I can zoom in on this thing here. We can go zoom.
Oh.
So I actually did this today. Oh, it's reversed and I can't do it. So yeah, this is me doing stuff. Okay, we're action.
You're doing my.
I'm doing the gardening here. Yeah. So this is what I post up, a lot of gardening stuff on the Patreon stuff. But this is behind the scenes
This
stuff.
is the one that they gave me for my birthday.
Yeah, this is your birthday. You're right. I remember.
Oh
my gosh.
Succulents.
This is me doing a bunch of stuff. Sticks on fire, baby. There you go. Okay, I'm not Anyway, we're gonna go there. Pahrump is here. Lots of locals here. Yeah.
I love Pahrump. They have the best winery. Oh my God, no way.
I know. I need to get. Oh,
the
I'm
Pahrump?
focused.
Our Pahrump.
Our Pahrump, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is there
How
any
many
other
Pahrump is there?
I hope there's no other Pahrumps. It would be very
I know,
confusing.
it's-
There's Pahrump, Michigan, Pahrump, Ohio, Pahrump, Oregon. No, there's not.
Okay.
But you know, like Springfield, Massachusetts, Springfield,
love
Springfield,
Pahrump.
Springfield.
Just saying.
Whoa,
Pahrump is
Ann
nice.
Scott, $10 from Ann. Thank you, Ann. That's
Thanks.
nice. And
Hey.
Herbert, wow.
That's a
And everybody
succulent.
wants the cat.
That's the succulent
That's
money.
the succulent. No.
Oh, the
Can you
kitten?
give me the cat? He's sleeping nicely, but everybody wants to see
Oh my God,
him.
he's kind of deadish.
No, he's not. He's awake. Can you give him to me? Because everybody's asking to see him right now.
This is the black star.
I got
Let me
Pahrump. Frito is here. I'm not
get
sure.
it lighter now, I think.
Yeah, you gotta pull him like a mama cat. Oh, don't do that. You're gonna. Oh,
No.
you just pulled his neck.
No, I did. He won't feel it. He's fat anyway.
Oh, he's filthy. I gotta vacuum this floor. Oh.
Oh my God.
Hi,
look,
Black.
Look, he's not happy.
No, he's not happy. He's ridiculously miserable. Oh, Michael R. Thank you, Michael. We got 433 likes to Michael, and thank yous to Michael. That's amazing. You guys are way too generous to me tonight. Thank you so much. This is my
what's
family.
the topic for today?
The topic is Dear Mayor Goodman and Governor Sisolak. And what would these people watching right now tell them about the new Vegas that they want? And what would they do? So maybe somebody sees this down the line and then they see that there's all these people watching in Las Vegas.
I want the old Vegas. We don't want to, like,
So what would you change?
not a whole... Oh, parking.
Okay,
Yeah, it's just too much for the parking. It's too greedy. Way too greedy.
yeah.
No, and then, of course, we want to be able to, like, just be happy here because we're locals.
Yeah.
They make money on locals too, especially at times like this. Guess who's gonna be there the first thing when they open up?
The locals.
The locals.
That's right.
And you can't just go ahead and start like charging them $10 for a minimum of parking. That's just crazy, not when money is scarce and everything. Plus, locals are the one that's the life, the bloodline of this.
They are, and that's what they did in 2008. Remember the Rio? Buy one, get one free buffets all night long.
Yeah, the buffets have changed so much. Like the seafood's just getting really crazy. you're hardly ever gonna see a seafood unless it's really like one of those high end ones
Yep.
with the oysters. Usually, it used to be where like even the
Just let 'em go
local
now.
casinos would just
Okay.
have like
Let 'em go, let 'em
really
go,
good
let 'em-
oysters
let 'em
and crab legs, not
Right.
just those
I gotta
kind.
move
No,
my
I don't
camera
want to
so they
like.
can see you.
No, I like the way Las Vegas is. But if they need to change it, probably for like the cleanliness, obviously,
Right.
maybe better ventilation because some casinos are like really old and I don't know how often they they shampoo the carpet. But look,
Would you take away the smoking?
kind of. I'm not a smoker, so
I know, but you
yeah.
think it's possible?
Look, it's a free country. Anybody could just go ahead. Like,
Do you want to sit?
No, I'm all good.
I want to go. I want to go play with the cats, though. You can just hang out here for me for the whole time.
But no, I would not change anything except for perhaps the cleanliness, because we have this thing called like dirty dining. Our local news channels always just post up all especially the local ones, local restaurants and stuff like that.
Yeah, that place.
But
we
it's
live
just
in.
kind of like, I'm not saying it's natural, but look, we're in the desert. You are going to have like cockroaches and stuff, but that doesn't mean you have to like see it when you're eating. But still, insects were always going to be part of our life. Viruses are always going to be part of our lives. Look,
Herbert says you're spot on about the ventilation.
yeah, the ventilation. Because sometimes it gets really like you can smell everything pretty much. You come walking in and you can smell all that cigarette smell. So that's why when we go to even the local casinos, especially the local casinos, but we would just kind of like veer away from where all the gaming stuff is and we go straight right into the theater area. We can still kind of smell it.
Yeah.
So especially the older casino. But again, here in Las Vegas, it's like a 5-year-old casino would be like deemed as older, right?
Well, let me ask you this: if you were going to go into a room to stay here, what would you expect them to do to the room before you checked in? Would you want them to change the way they clean all that?
Oh my God! Did you know that like the most like dirtiest thing you see first thing when you walk into a casino? Oh, excuse me, the room. Hello.
What?
The remote control. That's the dirtiest thing ever. So yeah, I would expect for them to like clean it and maybe perhaps put it on a plastic. And how they always just put that little tab on the toilet seat.
Yeah.
It should be kind of like that, where like
So
it's
like
been
they
cleaned.
wrap things.
Wrap things and clean it up.
I never
and
thought of that. That's a good idea.
I could never ever trust the top cover, the bed cover. Because it's so thick and they can't afford to like really wash that every time. So they don't wash those things. So yeah, perhaps just run it in a into a like a I guess hot thing or spray something on
Well,
it.
the
I don't
wind.
know.
You know what the wind said? The wind said in their plan that they're going to be taking all their bedding every time any room service happens, and they said they're laundering it in these like 200-degree Fahrenheit
Sure.
waters every time
definitely.
now. Every time, all
Every
the
time
bedding,
now.
all the bedding.
I know. Exactly. I mean, I know the hotels are they gonna lose money? Of course not. If anything, it's going to like improve service perhaps. Hire more cleaning staff perhaps. Because I know it's like some of these casinos owners. It's a corporation, obviously, right? And they get really greedy.
No.
More money,
No.
less work. That's what they want, right?
Right, exactly.
So,
Exactly.
no, just play fair, because you don't want to leave this city, sick. But then again, why is that Las Vegas never got the brunt of? If anything, this would be like the petri dish of all that stuff. But how come Las Vegas never got hit?
I don't know. They say it could happen. They say it might
When?
happen.
We're waiting.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Well, probably because. Anyway,
Yep, I know, but see, you're saying exactly what all these people are saying.
yeah.
But see, no one's listening because the governor's fighting with the mayor, and the mayor's fighting with the governor, and Anderson Cooper is sparring with both of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that one because I sometimes I don't have time to watch the local news.
Yeah,
But I did last night because I wanted to see how hot is it going to be. This is our last high 80s. And tomorrow it's going to be 93, 95, and the rest would be like 100 degrees.
Yeah.
Only the strong survives in Las Vegas, so you guys know. And we are Vegas strong when it comes to the heat.
Yes, and everything else.
And it's a dry heat, believe it or not. It really is a dry heat.
It is.
And sometimes it's just like, it's annoying heat, but it's not like, come on, I'm from the Philippines. That's even worse. You know. And I've been to, like Miami, Florida, with all the humidity. Texas. Oh, yeah, you get all that humidity. But here, of course, it's a dry heat. Anyway, so
Okay.
I just want to say that.
Oh,
All right.
fair enough.
I will talk to you later. I love you.
Love you too.
We'll go and do the rest. And thank you for helping me out
Yes.
with it.
Ah.
Thank you for helping me with
Yes.
that rock band. I'm
course.
really super happy with that.
Me lift heavy stuff.
Yeah.
And then I just put them where you told
I
me
wanted
to
to
put
do that as soon as I got up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to pick up.
Look at this, all the no exercise. I got zits. 39 years old, everybody. Zits. All right. Here we go. Vegas is hot. Thank you for coming over here.
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Woo!
Did you get rid of the black one?
No, he thinks it's
He thinks
time.
it's feeding time. All right,
Ah.
black one's gone. All right, everybody, we're back. Look at that. There you go. That's what my wife thinks. And she doesn't even have a YouTube channel. Well, she does. She has my YouTube channel. That's awesome. Okerlund asked me, what are some of the great casinos? I love it when she comes in. You know why? Because I get to take a breath. And then she gets to talk. Because I am just sometimes a little tired on these live streams. But I don't show it. What are some of the great local casinos? Oh, man. I mean, the JW Marriott at Rampart is awesome. It's a great casino. It's really nice. It's beautifully well done inside. The dining is in one spot. The casino's in another spot. No theaters in there. And then you also have the Red Rock Resort, which is really nice. I would say probably some people like the Sunset down in Henderson. Not a huge fan because it's very dated. The Palace Station is very nice. They did a renovation on the outside. I mean, from an outside level, the Palace Station looks great. That's over on Sahara. But I've not been in the inside. If they have renovated it, my camera is a little bit out of focus and a little wonky. And there I am. Boom. I want Wynn to stop shoving cameras down everyone's butts, Emilio says. We can say that. That's interesting. CNN just reported that the Corona-19 can be found in people passing gas. So that's something that they said in China a long time ago, but CNN's now just reporting it because there's nothing left to say. Dotties are small little local places. PTs can be nice. They have good little menus for eating and stuff like that. Steve, why do non-smokers always hang out in the smoking section and then always complain about it? Well, John, that's interesting because in Las Vegas, all of it is the smoking section because it's all gaming. So there is no non-smoking part. So for a non-smoker to complain that they're smoking in the casinos, I can understand what you're talking about. We're non-smokers and we don't bitch about it, but it is just a pain in the butt to have to smell like cigarette, especially when you have a very bad cigarette allergy, which she happens to have. And I know you weren't directing that at her, but I don't know if it's fair to say that they all do that in Las Vegas because they're all smoking sections. So international flights need to be suspended. Well, they already are, Albert, as far as I understand. I don't think there's any international flights coming from most places in the United States right now. Sean Smith asked my favorite downtown hotel. Gotta be the old Golden Nugget just because it's so beautiful inside. But I do like Fremont Street on the outside. Jared Green throws me $2 Canadian. Thank you, Jared Green. Guys, can I have 455 thank yous to Jared Green? Tell me they don't have dedicated non-smoking areas. Bob Johnson. They don't have dedicated non-smoking areas on the casino floor. There it is. No, I mean, they don't. I'm sorry. Some of the places that are smaller places might have stuff like a bingo hall that has a non-smoking section, but no, they don't. I hate the smell of smoke, but love slots. Also, secondary hand smoke damages lungs. It does, Jen. I agree with you. In Jersey, what they do, nothing personal. Yes, but as the Traveling Wilburys said, in Jersey, everything's legal, man, as long as you don't get caught. That's a song, but most of you don't know that song. And you probably don't know who the Traveling Wilburys do. And if you do, tell me in the comments that you know the Traveling Wilburys, because I can't be the only one. You know, smoke is bad for you. Standing in the sun like I did for 12 years is bad news for you. How about the smoking section at the airport? I don't know if there is one at this point. I'm not really sure. Four Queens on Fremont Street does not charge a fee. That's good. Let's see here. We got Samstown as a non-smoking slot section. Well, see, Mark, Mr. Uber, that's why he is so good. Because here's why. People get in Mr. Uber's car in Vegas and they say, take me to the Boulder station. I want to go to the non-smoking section. And then he says, no, no, no. I got to take you to Samstown. That's the one. And then you get the tips. And then you get the money. Yeah, it's a thing. That's another song. Hey, Steve Snyder knows the Traveling Wilburys. Yes, it was a super group with Tom Petty, Chris Christopherson, Bob Dylan, Waylon. Was Chris Christopherson in it? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was Tom Petty, Roy Orbison, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. No, I'm just kidding. It was Paul Lynde, I think it was. But I think it was them. Maybe Chris Christopherson was in it at a point, but I don't know about that. Their original albums, they only had 2 of them. Yes, Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, George Harrison. Boom! Very nice. Wow, we got some good old timers when it comes to the music here. Steven, I bought a beach house in St. Lucia. I'm desperately trying to get down there. When will they lift travel bans? I don't know, Jimmy, but I would say that you could just get a boat and sail there. Are you allowed to sail a boat? I don't even know. Jeff Lynne. That's what I was saying, Bruce. And Bruce should know. He's the man. He's the boss. He's Bruce Springsteen. Johnny Cash was not in the Traveling Wilburys. Wouldn't that have been epic if he were? Jeff Lynne. Boom. Wow, that's amazing. You're going to smoke it, make it blank. Okay. So, guys, we're going to say this again because, I said at the beginning of this video, I don't know if I need to say it again, but if you have some way where you would like the Vegas experience to change, no, that'll be a different video. Don't say it in this video. I swear to you, don't. Hi from Hamilton, Dylan Harrison, Jeff, and Lynn. Yes, right. And Tom Petty. Don't forget them, Blackjack, Mister. And I have been to Hamilton many, many times. I used to live in Niagara Falls, Ontario. So there you go. You can drive you can drive anywhere you want, Charles. You can go anywhere you would like to go here. We hardly have any restrictions here, really, aside from not being able to go to stores. Johnny Cash started his journey up in the Winnemucca Road, which is in Nevada, by the way, Doku. Yep, he was he had a load on the Winnemucca Road. That's a real thing. It's in northern Nevada. It's near Winnemucca, Nevada. Jared Neal, yes, okay. What? I'm an old timer, just out of high school in 1981. That was the year I was born, Mr. Mr. Tory Neal. That's pretty awesome, man. That's pretty awesome. So here's the deal, right? And I'm not saying that you don't know anything I don't already know, but there's going to be a lot of changes to the Las Vegas experience. But there's going to be a lot of changes to the worldwide global experience. And I guess we can all embrace the suck and move forward and live with it. Or we can do what crazy people do, which is go out and scream at the wind when it's windy, scream at the rain when it's rainy. And that's not the way you should be either. So how will you embrace the suck? We're not getting to 600 likes, Victor, in this live stream. It's not possible. But thank you for the good thoughts. I appreciate it. How do we embrace the suck? I guess we just wade through it until we get to a good experience. If people just commit to proper hygiene, a lot of these problems wouldn't occur. There's so many people in the casino that use the bathrooms and never wash their hands and start using the slots. This is very true. Well, Jacobs, okay, I bet people will pay big money to go back to the way Vegas used to be. And that's the main fear that I have, Goitior. I have a fear that if some other jurisdiction came about and they said, hey, we're opening up gambling because we have no economy anymore, and they go into some investors, look at what they've built in the past. Remember City Center? It was the largest private development in the history of the country, and it's no longer because we've had bigger. It's like climbing Mount Everest when everybody told Sir Walter Raleigh that he couldn't. That's a joke. Sir Walter Raleigh was British. Of course, it was Sir Edmund Hillary that climbed Mount Everest. And they told him, you're not going to climb Mount Everest. Snow J. Cool, the Hard Rock is closed. It's becoming the Virgin Resort. It's under construction. They're planning on opening this year in the fall, winter time. So, Sir Edmund, you'll never climb Mount Everest. It's never been done. He climbed it. Now 20 or 30 people have. And then they said, you'll never break the 4-minute mile. And then I can't remember who the name of the man who did that was, but he broke the 4-minute mile, or 8-minute mile, or whatever mile. This is the 8-minute mile. Is it the 8-minute mile? Anyways, you can't run that fast. The human body can't go that fast. It's physically impossible. And now everybody does it. And then they get faster every year. Because, why? Because you can't say it can't be done. You can't say it's never going to be done. You just have to figure out a way to get her done. And if somebody came and figured out a way to get it done and build another part in another part of the world, and if they had 12 or 15 billion dollars of investment in capital, this place is done. It's finished. It's done. If you built it in a subtropical climate where it's not 115 degrees all the time and the winters are nice because it's closer to the equator, Roger Bannister, boom, 4-minute mile, Bruce, done. You're awesome. You're the man, Bruce. Give Bruce a thumbs up and a like and say thank you to him for it's on the tip of my brain. So if you had another place that would make another place, would you go there? That's another topic for a whole nother video. Oh my gosh, mind blowing. Would you go somewhere else? Seriously. I have called you Tony every time. I am so sorry, Tony. I mean, Tori. Haha, see what I did there? But your name is Tori Neild. I got the L in there. I'm sure some people don't. I apologize, my friend. It's just that my eyes are not what they used to be. They're full of dust from cactuses. And I am trying really, really hard. But, yeah, 4-minute mile, 3 hours at Costco. I love it. Oh, so that's my point. Would you go somewhere else? Would you go somewhere else? If somebody said, hey, we're opening a casino in the Bahamas, and guess what? It's going to be just like Vegas was in 1995. Sans all the kids' attractions. But hey, you can even bring your kids and go to the beach. All they need is a few $1 billion in about 10 or 15 years. And then guess what? We're finished. It's over with. Why? Because no one's listening to one another. No one's talking to one another. I find this very boring chat today. Maybe I'm losing my mojo. I don't know. I'm serious about this. Oh, my wife left her phone here. Bummer. Should go through her phone. That'll be an interesting thing on the chat. I feel like I'm not entertaining right now. I'm sorry about that, guys. I apologize. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of what would happen if, if Vegas did have that competition. Would it readjust, or would all the big companies go there and then we'd have a second place? Because it happens with everybody. Everybody has a great thing. Everybody has a great period. They say that all great nations last about 200 to 250 years, and then they all collapse on one of democracies. All great democracies. Sorry, we can't say that. All great democracies last a few hundred years, and then they all collapse on one another. And people have been waiting for America to collapse for a long time. I don't think it's going to happen, but some people do. So maybe Vegas's time would come to a close, and I hope that doesn't happen. Are they reopening some of the stuff? They are reopening some of the stuff in Texas. Yes, I think they will reopen some of the stuff here soon. TMC is telling me to stop touching my face. I got to rub my eyes to make sure that I didn't see what you said, TMC. What was that? Oh, stop touching your face. If everything like the Wind, then I will never visit Vegas. I don't think it's all going to be like the Wind. Lee Lancey lives here. Lee Lacey, I did it again. I can't say names. Lee Lacey lives here, not leaving. That's good. She is not leaving Las Vegas. She's part of the not leaving Las Vegas people. But even if you don't live here, you're part of the people because you're here right now. Casinos on Waikiki Beach. Just open it up. Do it. Do it. Isn't it funny? See, look at that. That would be detrimental. There's 8 islands in Hawaii. Just build something. But except for Hawaii is a beautiful natural place with tons of majestic history and kingdoms that came before the United States was there. Crazy, right? That's crazy. But just wait for it. I think what'll happen is a lot of things are going to happen in the next few months, next few weeks, next few days. I think it's going to be good. I think everything's going to be okay. I think we're going to find out that a lot more people have this thing than anybody knows. Atlantis in the Bahamas does exist, but Atlantis is, from what I understand, one of the most expensive properties on the planet to go to. At least maybe it is. I don't know. They have some of the most expensive rooms there. Maybe they do offer up a budget thing, and I'm woefully ignorant on all of this. That's possible. Yeah, you got cruise ships, but I don't know how many people are going to want to go to cruise ships. But then again, how many people want to go to Vegas? I don't know. So how can we readjust? How can we right the ship? How can we make it right? I don't know. I don't know. JR asked if I voted for Goodman. I don't live in the city of Las Vegas. And as she pointed out in her interview, only so many people can actually vote for her. I love Vegas as my husband is not a gambler, but I am. Vegas offers many things that we can do together, but I can still go gambling fixed during the trip too. Tina, that's interesting because a lot of the times, in my experience, the Vegas experience, being in timeshare, was oftentimes the opposite, where you had the husband gambling and the woman doing stuff. So I like to see the flip a script a little bit. That's pretty good. Atlantis in Reno is nice. I've actually been to the Atlantis in Reno. We ate the buffet, and it was a very nice buffet. I think they were talking about Atlantis in the Bahamas, but hey. April says if a state fails to adjust, they will fail to see their own greatness. Having forward thinkers is critical. Oh, Weedsterman says $5. How do you feel about the Raiders picks in the NFL draft? I hate to disappoint you for your awesomeness. By the way, 443 likes to Weedsterman. Thank you so much. I know they took a wide receiver, I think, in the first pick. I don't know who they picked in a second pick, but apparently people were happy with it. So, I mean, I'm wearing my Aviators hat today. Talk about local Las Vegas. That's the baseball team that probably won't get to play this year. And I hope the Raiders get good this year. I hope they play in Las Vegas this year. They're talking about, I think the vibe I'm getting on the Raiders right now is if we can't play in front of a bunch of people in Vegas, we don't want to play our first season there. So maybe, I don't know. And yeah, 445 people. You are right. All information is showing way more people have this and the death rate is lower, which is a good thing, but any person, even one person dying is a bad thing. That sucks, you know? The heat kills the virus, that's true. But human beings incubate it, so I don't know if it passes around faster than the heat can kill it. There's a black cat. Yes, Gruden is going to be a good coach, and he's on the long-term 10-year contract, so he can do anything he wants. It was 95 degrees or so today. Yep. Yeah, going through. Actually, Dell, she has my login on my phone, and I have the login on her phone, and we share the same contact list through our Google because it's backing up. She's not a huge digital person anyways. She does the lots of Facebook, and we play Word Blitz together on Facebook. The cat won't meow unless he's really hungry. Blackjack does rock. He's my little buddy. You want to headbutt me, buddy? Do I do that? You're so gentle. You got the big claws. Yeah, you're my buddy. Bring the heat. Okay, we got here. Whoa, Joseph Drake back in the chat and rocking the style of the Drake. Thank you so much, Joseph Drake. Are you related to Drake from Canada? Blackjack says thank you, and he's confused as to what's happening right now. But I need 430 thank yous to Mr. Drake. That is very generous. Thank you guys so much. Wow. Guys, you don't even know. Thank you, guys. Whew. Man, I'll tell you. But here's what it is, right? Do you think the Raiders should play to an open stadium in Las Vegas? Is that something you even want to see? Or do you guys want to see that? Would you rather they play in Texas for a year somewhere like San Antonio? Would you rather they come into Vegas with a giant crowd of 65,000 roaring? I don't know. I mean, they are the Las Vegas Raiders. It's so weird to see it. You see Las Vegas Raiders first pick and you're like, what? Oh, yeah, there's a football team, and they're supposed to be here this year. And it's fun to see that kind of stuff. Cleaning a casino like painting the Golden Gate Bridge. You said this before, and I missed it. So Jeffrey's saying it's like painting the Golden Gate Bridge. One crew starts, and when they reach halfway point, another crew starts. That's a good point. So I think what he's talking about is like, you start here, you get here, you start here, you get here. You start here, you get here. Constant cleaning. Has to be cyclical. Has to be a constant struggle back and forth. Steven, you can touch your face. Everyone is going crazy about it, but you're not supposed to touch your face when you have been around people. But my wife was here, and the cats are carriers. What are we going to do? But I've been staying at home, and my house is my house. And yeah, I go to the store, but you know what I do? I dip my groceries in a giant vat of disinfectant when I get home. Yes, it's possible to be a fan of you and your channel, but to feel that Vegas has priced itself out of my interest. Of course it is, Victor. I feel Vegas has priced me out of the best interests. Hey, Steve, I got a new number for you to call them. They can call you back. My friends have been successful with it. I will try to copy that number, although the chats are pretty quick here. So that's pretty cool, Poker. If you guys are trying to call the unemployment in Nevada, Poker has a phone number for you guys. And that's a good phone number for you guys to get. So let's just do this in the chat right now. I'm going to take a moment to look at my other screen real fast here. And we're going to go here to my text. And we're going to say here, unemployment, Nevada unemployment. Nevada UI callback line. Boom. And that helps tremendously. So you've just helped out, and it's on my screen right now. So if you guys are trying to get a hold of unemployment in Nevada, call that number. Tell them that you're mad and you want to get your money already, darn it. Because they just flat out denied me. They said, you don't qualify. I don't care what Congress says. You ain't getting nothing. Hey, Matthew is here. Hi, Matthew. I'm just kidding. It's not the same guy. But say thank you to Matthew H. for that is awesome. 436 thank yous. That is awesome. Thank you guys so much. You guys are great. Look, here's the thing. What are we going to do? It's the new normal. You just got to get over it. Suck it up. But I am seriously concerned. I'm going to make a video about that. I'm going to make a video about being concerned that people can get different travel interests. All it would take would be a very good social media network, our social media influencer, to start talking about a different place. Paul, thank you, Paul. That is awesome. Thank you, Paul. I need 428 thank yous to Paul. That seems to be the average for this chat's 420 to 430, and I am blown away by it. I don't understand. Kid74 is on the Patreon. I don't know where he is, but he's not here. But he's awesome to chat with. He's a good guy. He's been watching me for ages, and I talk with him on my Facebook Messenger sometimes. And, and Music Man's making a lot of logical conclusions. So if we can deal with cashiers, why can't we deal with restaurants? Yeah, but nowadays everybody has a big giant see-through bulletproof shield in front of them, if you've noticed. Does Vegas miss the NFL draft? I mean, yeah, it was supposed to be huge. They might have it here next year because it's up in the air where it's going to be, and the draft is already concluded. I think it was yesterday and today. So that's good. YouTube censorship is wild. It just censored Bob Johnson saying because they're hypocrites. Like, that's bad words, everybody. You can't get any Lysol, LZ says. You can get most things in Vegas. The Vegas shopping experience has opened up. The last holdout was pasta, and you can now get pasta, which is very good. 2022, some people are saying that is good. Get the craps tables open. Isn't that the game that people social distance the least? Will Vegas get an NBA team? Probably in the future, but who knows nowadays? Steve, do you think we should shut down the whole state for a 5% rate on 3.2 million people? Mark. I've never said that. I gave my take on if I was the mayor, but I can't make a video about that. Whoa, thank you, Paul. That is so kind of you. 419 thanks to Paul. Wow, thank you. I can't give my full-on take and make a video that says, if I was the mayor, here's what I would do. Because what would happen is that if I did that, Jeffrey is correct, I need gas powered. Whoa, Paul, thank you, Paul, again. Jeez Louise. Paul. 426 thank yous to Paul. Gosh, guys, I can't make a video that says, if I was the mayor, here's what I'd do. People would just eviscerate me. They'd split me apart. Who do you think you are? How dare you? So I would, okay. There's a movie called High Fidelity. It starred John Cusack and Joan Cusack and Jack Black and some other people that don't matter. Well, they probably matter. All people matter. But there's a scene where, in the movie, John Cusack's breaking up with his longtime girlfriend, and he says, I'm just going to go down there and confront her new boyfriend. And Joan Cusack says, you can't do that. If you do that, then you form a little unit. Right now, it's you against her. But if you go and do that against him, it's going to be them against you. So you can't do that. So see, 2 weeks ago, everybody loved them some Carolyn Goodman. Oh, Carolyn Goodman 2020. She should be the president. High Fidelity is the movie. Leonard, thank you, Leonard. Wow, thank you, Leonard. 422 thank yous for Leonard. Wow, geez, Louise, guys, every night. You guys are so nice to me. I try my best to make these videos every night. This is like my 15th in a row. I just changed the title up because I'm not counting anymore. In Soviet Russia, mayor works for you. Wait, you work for mayor. Yakov Smirnov, ladies and gentlemen. He still performs in Nashville or Branson, I don't recall. He owns his own theater, so he's doing better than some of us. Anyways, what I'm saying is you can't go on camera. Everybody hated the mayor the last few days. But 2 weeks ago, everybody loved the mayor. See how it is? 1 minute you're on the top, the next minute you're on the bottom. So I can't go on a video and say if I was the mayor. But if I was the mayor, if I was the mayor, I would do daily updates. I would streamline communication with the big companies. I would tell them you have a duty to the city where you make billions and billions of dollars a year off of the backs of the casino industry. You have a civic. If they said no, if they didn't reply, I would go on the news. I would be on Anderson Cooper saying, you know, Anderson, maybe we should just leave it closed forever, because I talked to those casino companies and I tried to get them involved and they didn't want to help. Because if you have the leverage that those guys have for data collection, you can know exactly how many cases you have. You can know what the curve looks like. You can know what's happening with everything. And you can't do that because she's just going around, I'm just a housewife. What do I know about running a casino? Tee-hee. Well, you've been here since the 60s. You know some of the people that run these places. You probably have them over to your houses. You bump into Jim Mirren in the past 10 years and you go, hey, James, what's up? You know, give me a fist bump. Or nowadays, you give me an air shoulder bump. You know them so well. Don't tell me you're just a housewife. You're not. You're an important person. You have the leverage. So you're the mayor, so leverage that. Tell us what's going on. Whoa, Paul, another cold one. H2O. I don't have any water left. I'm getting verklempt. Like Linda Richmond. Does anybody remember that? Just a little verklempt. We'll have some coffee. We'll talk. Yeah. If I were the mayor, I'd make you mayor. Charles. Nobody want me to be mayor. And if Benjamin were an ice cream flavor, he'd be pralines and blank, Steve says. Steve, behave yourself, guys. I don't think the mayor was drunk, Charles. There are some hallmarks of drunk people. She wasn't slurring her speech. She had cohesive thoughts that were just wildly tangential all over the place. Connie knows who I'm talking about. It's my boy, my man, Mike Myers. Come on, Mike. Come on my live stream. Not. And monkeys might fly out of my butt. Let her call our governor. Then he can set her straight. Andrew Cuomo. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, man. What's my eye vision? Nothing. Like, if I take off my glasses, I can't read your text. It's really bad. But I let the market decide. If the biz doesn't have the standards to your liking, don't go. When we went to Panda Express to pick up, they weren't controlling the customers. No masks. We canceled our order. And that's your right to do. We can't go into most fast food restaurants. You can go into pizza parlors. What year is it? 1983. You can go into pizza places here. I mean, I don't know. JR is asking if I got tested. Why would I get tested? Why? What's the point? First of all, I don't have health insurance. That's right. I said that. I don't have health insurance. You know, to work $10.99. You want to pay $3,000 a month for health insurance? Matthew's back. The Matt attack. The problem is the mayor doesn't actually have authority over the strip, like Rep. Titus said. Correct. But, Matthew, it doesn't matter. And here's why it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Listen to me. You're right, Matt. She doesn't. So I'm not hating on you. You're a superstar. You're a rock star, bro. You're awesome in my books. Everybody say thank you to Matt and acknowledge that he is 100% correct. She doesn't have. But that is a cop-out. That is a complete cop-out. That is terrible. That's like if you had a roommate situation and one roommate's bathroom, it bursts open and a pipe starts spraying out, and he's on vacation, and you let the entire house get flooded, and you build up this little sand bag thing next to your room so your stuff's okay, and then he comes back and he says, what the hell? Why didn't you do something? I was on vacation. And he goes, it's not my bathroom. It's not my problem. I just deal with what I have over here in my room. Ari, thank you so much. That is awesome. Awesome, Ari. Thank you. And so my point is this. If the mayor wants to kick and scream and go on the national news media, that's all well and good, and that's one thing. But you're the mayor of Las Vegas. And if I asked informally right now in this chat, you people are more educated when it comes to what Vegas is all about than most. But if I went into the middle of Florida with people that may not have ever been to Las Vegas, but certainly know where it is, and I said, hey, here's a map. What are you looking at? And they'd say, can I get a clue? And I'd say, zoom in on the map. And they'd say, oh, that's Las Vegas. And I'd say, how many people in Vegas? They'd say, I don't know, I'd say 2 million. And I'd say, well, what's the man? Oh, well, they must all vote for her. Because my point is, she is the biggest figurehead here. Pass the buck much. It's not my jurisdiction. That is the worst thing in the world. And we don't do that anymore. Like if you're driving, they don't stop at the state lines because it's not their jurisdiction. They keep freaking chasing you and they call it in and say, we got a bogey. Or no, wait, that's not what that is. I'm lost. But my point is, holy cop out, Batman. Wall Street Warlord says I'm the future mayor of Las Vegas. Yeah. But that's my point. And that's the point is that if you say the mayor of Las Vegas, people envision a giant city with lots of things, and they have the the practice facility, and they have the Hoover Dam, and they don't even understand that it's 7 or 8 different little places all in one giant unincorporated area. So she represents 2 million people. 2 million people. She represents them. She was saying that to the governor. I understand. Again, it's just a cop-out. It's just a cop-out to say that. Well, I don't represent that. No, you represent something bigger. You represent the idea of Las Vegas. And that was the difference between her and her husband, okay? Here's the deal. Oscar Goodman represented Las Vegas. He wore it like it was a brand, okay? You ever see the people that, there's a documentary on Netflix, maybe, I don't know, it's on the mascots. These people, they dress up like their mascots and then they like somehow become that. If you look at Patton, okay, the movie Patton with George C. Scott, he acted like Patton the whole entire time because he was representative of that, okay? He wanted to be that, so he embodied that. And Mayor Oscar Goodman, not the current Mayor Goodman, I feel like he embodied the city of Las Vegas a lot bigger and a lot more with pride and with love than Carolyn Goodman is doing, because he cared about the whole area and he understood that it was the sum of all of its parts. It wasn't just the 500,000 people that live in the jurisdiction that's technically called Las Vegas. It was the city of Sun City. It was the area called Summerlin. It was Henderson. It was Boulder City. It was Winchester. It was Enterprise. It was the Blue Diamond area. It was the unincorporated area, a county that they have for Clark County where the casinos sit. And that's a monologue. Jeez Louise, what am I doing? I'm going to destroy my channel if I keep doing that, aren't I? John Goodman should be the mayor of every single city. You just wear flannel and I will vote for you. Oscar Goodman is Las Vegas. There it is, right there. You got it. He appreciated and he respected that this city is very big. And it was something he wanted to bring to the globe. An entertainment capital of the world. The adult playground. And he was caring about that. Steve, how's the governor running the unemployment here? Absolute failure. Mark, it is a failure. I mean, it's bad. They're overwhelmed. The website for the unemployment in Nevada, the state of Nevada, looks like something that was built in 1997. It really is bad. You can go on the Wayback Machine and look at ebay.com from 1998, 1999, and it looks like the current website for the state of Nevada unemployment. Steven, I have a question. Did you guys open that new mall you guys was working on for years? I'm not sure which mall you're talking about, Snow J. Cool. There's a lot of new shopping. There was like downtown Summerlin, and then they're building shopping everywhere. So you can tell me the mall, and I'll tell you about it. I think you should be more upset with the governor, not the mayor. Bob, I'm only upset with the mayor because of her comments about making Las Vegas a petri dish. I mean, the governor is doing what he does. I'm upset with the governor too. But I'm on a rant about the mayor right now. Who the hell am I to go on a rant about the mayor? I understand, okay? I haven't exactly run my life properly for a long time. I'm guilty of every single mistake a person could make when they're in Vegas in a good economy. But at the same time, guess what? She said things that were ridiculous, okay? The company I work with, they do a good news newsletter, and somebody accidentally put that newsletter out, and they put that interview into the newsletter, and all we had was unsubscribe me. You guys are terrible. You're irresponsible. She's crazy. She's horrible. All I see are comments in my videos going, I'm never coming to Vegas until there's a vaccine. I might have risked it before, but not after her comments. Do you think that was right? Do you think it was right to say that? No. That's it. It was not right. Snow J says the one on the Strip. You must be referring, if it's the one on the Strip, to the town square, but that's been open for like a long time. And it is not way, Jared, watch the interview. And now I am not a fan of Anderson Cooper per se, but he did a textbook job up and down. He knew what he was going to ask her. He knew what she had said. He knew the context in which he said it. He presented to her facts, and she'd ignored the facts. And you know what? She's right. This isn't China. But that's the only data you have to go off of, you know? Yeah, see, look. Jeffrey's already... See, this is what I'm saying. So I'm going to cut this live stream short, I think, guys, because I'm already getting hate. And I'm not here to be hated on. Jeffrey's saying, it's easy to say you should do this or that, unless you're the one that is responsible for the result. You're right, Jeffrey. I don't have a right to have a voice. Who am I? I'm just an a-hole on a camera. I understand. I guess. I don't know. See, I overdid it. So after I'm done this stream, I'm not going to upload it so you guys don't have to watch it again. Okay? Sorry. I apologize to you. I really mean it. I'm sorry if I overstepped. I just don't like the idea. And I don't know if maybe you live here. Maybe you guys live here and you're totally cool with her saying that. I'm not. I am not. Totally not okay with that. Because my loved ones live here. My wife lives here. I know older people that live here. So, you know, that's what it is. That's it. And if you think that it's okay and it was taken out of context, it's never taken out of context. It's not. You got to listen to... You got to listen to what people say for the whole entire 25 minutes, which most people didn't. Because truthfully, if you go on the YouTubes and you try to see that interview, all you see are the 2-minute clips. So if you look at the context of the video, the entire time, she's not representing the city very well. She's not representing herself very well. She's coming off as, I'm just a housewife. I don't know. That's not my job. I'm not a casino owner. What do I know about that? And my point is, you kind of are the most powerful woman in the city. That's it. That's it. You're the most powerful woman in the city of Las Vegas. We love you, Steven. Forget the haters. Thank you, Jared. You don't have to super chat me to say that, but that's very kind of you. Guys, 408 different likes for Jared and 408 thank yous. And Herbert, that is awesome. You guys are good. I am letting mods block people, Herbert. We're good with that. I'm okay with that. And you are a mod, so you can block people. Mr. Uber is Mark, and he is got a license plate that says Mr. Uber right on it. You know, and that's my so that's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm saying this to you. It's easy to sit on the sidelines, and you can be a Monday morning quarterback, but when it directly affects your life, that's a different thing altogether. And this would directly affect our life. Doing it the wrong way directly affects people's lives. And whether or not, we have to get to the bottom of it. And so I have an editorial right to say what I think about the mayor. I was trying to get an interview with the mayor. I was trying to leverage some people that I know. And now I don't think I'm ever going to get one because of the things that I said right here today. But they're not out of a place of anger and hate. Okay? They're not. I don't hate the mayor of Las Vegas. I know way more things about the mayor of Las Vegas that are positives than that one ugly, ugly, ugly interview. She should not resign immediately. That's the stupidest thing that I have heard lately. Jimmy Kimmel goes on, as a Las Vegas native. You're not a native to Las Vegas, Jimmy. You were born in Brooklyn and moved here when you were 9, and you moved away after the first year of UNLV. So, no. Jimmy, it's cool to wear Vegas as a badge. Dude, I'm not born in Vegas, but I've been here for 15 years. So guess who wins? I've been here longer than Jimmy Kimmel, technically. Come to think of it. Jeez, man. But you don't ask a person to resign because they have a stupid interview. You ask them to clarify the interview. And then if they can clarify what they meant, then you give them a second chance. And then if they screw it up a second chance, maybe then she should resign. We fans love you, so forget the negatives. Thank you, Victor Crawl. 398 thank yous. I'm almost done anyways, so I might as well just stare at the camera and play some word blitz on my phone for 7 minutes. Mike Tyson for mayor. That would be ridiculous. It's my Mike Tyson impression. It's pretty bad. I think it's horrible. And I get people asking me about masks and flowers on the wall, the flowers and the masks, and I am going to get back to you guys. There's not enough hours in the day. I was supposed to go and play a game called Fallout New Vegas and stream it. I've never tried to actually do that. Maybe I'll try to do it on the channel. Maybe we'll just keep the lives. No, I'm going to do another stream because nobody wants to see that on this stream. But you know what? That's what I'm saying. Steve Wynn for mayor. Steve Wynn would be interesting. He's definitely a polarizing figure, isn't he, Mr. Wynn? You either love that man or you hate that man. You either believe he is a bunch of nasty things or you believe he's a visionary who helped build Las Vegas. You know, who should resign his show? Jimmy Kimmel? I'm not sure. JR says, great job. Keep up the work. Thank you, JR. 396 concurrent thank yous to JR, guys. I don't think that I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. That's all. So I said a lot of stupid crap on this live stream. So what? Whatever. It had to be said because I'm frustrated with it. I'm frustrated with it. The mayor needs a person to help her with her image. She's not a bad lady. She tried to help the people out. I've heard good things about the mayor from a lot of people. And that's it. William Cooper likes to say that she's done. This is the William Cooper that was in the original video I did saying, Anderson Cooper did his job perfectly. He did nothing wrong. Well, I mean, that's a matter of opinion. Steve Wynn is blind, Mr. Howard Glickman. He has a degenerative eye disease. Props to everybody who is in here tonight. Yes, let's give props out to people, guys. I'm sorry. I just, that threw me for a loop for some reason. That just bugged me when somebody said that. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it is easy to sit on the sidelines, but it's not the sidelines when you live in this city, when you love this city, when you gave 12 years to this city, when you worked with those casinos and saw those people and saw those homeless people over and over again, and you saw the police have to deal with the public and what they have to deal with. And when you see the ups and the downs and you've tried so hard and you've put so much time into something, and then to see that it could just all disappear because somebody said something that was horrible, whether or not it was in context, out of context, misplaced. Look, if I start screaming F you at random people and then they say, well, what is his problem? Oh, well, it's kind of out of context. Well, it might be out of context, but if they have a video of me doing it and they play it over and over again, guess what people think about me? They think I'm a psychopath. We got Punky Power, who was really awesome, dual stream watching. We have Sean Slack. Thank you, Sean. Andy PJR with another sticker. Sean Slack saying, take my money, Vegas. Distinctively Canadian. Weedsterman asking if I'm drinking water or vodka. Victor Crawl, thank you, Victor. Scott Davis says he's waited as long as he can. He had to cancel his Vegas trip last week in May. Scott Davis says when he comes back, he wants it to, all the performers. Jimmy James. Stop it, Jimmy. Some Papa John's will make it all better. Man, that sounds good. I don't even know if they're open this late. It's 9 o'clock. Jimmy, thank you, Jimmy. That is so generous. Jimmy, geez Louise. I think I have an unboxing coming from somebody named Jimmy. Wow. Guys, it's not about the money, though. It's about the feelings and the feels. And I don't know. For some reason, some of the things in here get to me. I guess I need to do some cognitive behavioral therapy or something and get to the bottom of all that. Thank you, guys. 389 likes to Jimmy James. Scott Davis wants it to be the street performers coming back. Gamble the Globe says, keep it up. People are listening. Jerry Driver down in Cut and Shoot, Texas. Richard Ratner in the UK says, I'm fascinated by me for some reason. Thank you. Hugh Bryson with a thumbs up. Steve Miller with a thumbs up sticker. A flying sticker from Joe Vegas. Okerlund, who's here, and Scott, who's my number one fan, apparently. Herbert Daughtry says, cat, please. And I gave the cat a few times. Michael R. Okerlund, what are some great Las Vegas casinos? Jared Green, Weedsterman, how do I feel about the Raiders picks? Goal from Joseph Drake, Matthew H., Paul with a little foxy cat thing, Paul with a cup of coffee, Paul with a fox, Leonard, Paul, have another cold one with me, it's H2O. The problem is the mayor, Matthew says, doesn't actually have authority. Ari with Keep It Up. We love you, Steven. Forget the haters from Jared. Herbert, Steven, your mods, let your mods block people. We like you. Victor Crawl, fans love you. Thank you. JR with great job and keep up the work. And Jimmy James with Ridiculousness City. That was too much of you, Jimmy. You are way too generous, and thank you so much for that. Okay, well, I'm tired. Anybody else tired? I get emotional in these streams like a dumbass. When I was a kid, I bet you I threw some epic things. Oh, did somebody apologize? I didn't see an apology from anybody. Guys, here's what it is. I appreciate you guys watching me. I shouldn't get so rattled and frazzled, and I'm sorry about that, and I apologize to you. That's not just the Canadian in me being a Canadiana. I just want to do the right thing, and some people Some people think it is easy to sit on the sideline, but we live here. We all live here. We're all living here. And even if you're on the sidelines, you got to be mad at the mayor for saying crazy things like that. That's really all it is. But anyways, let's land this on a positive note. And some people have asked me to play a video game on the channel. I don't, Leonard, it's a nice chair. I just don't like sitting. Some people have asked me to play video games on the channel. If you're interested in that, let me know. I have one game. It's called Fallout New Vegas, but I don't want to bore people. It has to be Vegas related. I do care, William, and you care too, and I appreciate your opinions on everything. And I still sound like a Canadian. I didn't know I had a Canadian accent. I've been trying to get it right, you know. That's Minnesota. Thanks, guys, for everybody. Nobody offended anybody. Everybody's happy. I don't know if that's true. Mark is angry. I don't know why. Paul, I have no idea if hockey restarts, man. I don't know, man. Rainbow Six Vegas will. Not my bag, baby. I'm terrible at those games. But, you know, I just want it all back. I just want it all back. I just want things to come back. I want things to go back to the way they were last December. I didn't have all this, but I would give this up. I would give up these streams, and I would give up 20,000 subscribers, and I would give up the YouTube channel to have Vegas be back to the way it was, because too many people are hurt. I would give back the way it was for Vegas to be in the national spotlight super negative. If it didn't mean that Carolyn Goodman had to say dumb things, and if it didn't mean that Steve Sisolak had to be so afraid of people getting hurt, if it didn't mean that all you guys were hurting, I would give up everything to go back to 2019, and I would figure out a way to make money for my family, because that's what you do. So there's where I am. DJ Wilson, thank you so much. 367 likes for DJ Wilson. But that's what I think. And I'll give you an extra 5 minutes and I'll read some comments. Thank you, DJ. I appreciate it, guys. Do Arnold. Arnold requires a lot of energy. I've been trying to learn how to do Arnold if he's not screaming, because anybody can do Arnold when they're screaming. You know, you can be like, Arnold, he's angry. Get to the chopper. Say the Arnold things. But I'm trying to do Arnold as if he's not crazy. You know, be like, hello, how are you? Yes. Oh, it's fantastic. I can't do Arnold when he's not yelling. It's pretty funny. I am tired tonight, Lawrence. I did a bunch of stuff today. I made a ton of phone calls to try to sell some digital advertising. My guy that I work with at the magazine, we have this awesome email blast. It goes out to everywhere. He's got a mobile company. He's starting to run trucks with like digital ads on the side, but I got to call people. You think it's hard? Yeah. Mayor Goodman, watch out. Anderson's going to ask you hard questions. He's going to ask you questions. You have to answer immediately. That was not bad. So I was on the phone all day trying to talk. And then you got to be fast on your feet. And then I get on this, and then I help the wife with her succulents. And now here I am. Steve Goodman. There is no, Steve, the Mayor Goodman interview. Just type in Anderson Cooper, Carolyn Goodman, CNN interview, full, F-U-L-L. That's all you have to do. So look out. Sisolak, they're coming for you. It's over there, the aliens. That's hard to do that voice. It hurts in the bottom. It's not a tumor. Shut up. No, it's just coughing because you got to talk out to the bottom. Right here. Right in the sides of your voice when you talk like Arnold. The cat's over there. You've did over there. You can't talk like Arnold. This is the worst live stream I've ever seen. You guys are great. I'll be back. I can't even say that line. That's the most famous line. If you guys want to go look at a really good person doing Arnold, go watch Will Sasso. He does a thing called the 10-Minute Podcast. Petri dish. Now there's going to be memes with me saying Petri dish. There's no memes of me. No one's ever made one. No one ever will. Should we reserve to fly to Vegas for July? Absolutely. Something will happen. And Mark 1, I want to thank you for your very good and thought out comments. You've been doing a good job. Anytime you have an opinion, someone will feel the opposite. We all understand. Thank you, Matt. You have been a very awesome person. Matt is a kick-ass guy. Look, Will Sasso was great. If you want to hear a really good Arnold Schwarzenegger impression, just look up 10-minute podcast Will Sasso Arnold Schwarzenegger. But be forewarned, it is some of the most disgusting blue-collar humor. They talk about all sorts of dirty, dirty things. And that guy's Arnold impression is ridiculously good. You'll listen to it and you'll think it's really Arnold Schwarzenegger on a podcast. There you go. All right, guys, now's the time of the video where I say thank you. I will be back tomorrow. I do have a good video idea for tomorrow, I think. I don't know yet. I'll get up and do it, and we'll never surrender, and it's going to be good. You guys are great. I love y'all. Thank you so much. I'm just a little verklempt, but my voice is getting a little hoarse. Can't do Arnold for that long. Steven, thank you so much, and keep up the good work. We're here to support you. Thank you so much. You guys are great. I gotta wait. I got 15 seconds left. Holy smokes. Come on, you. Let's go. You don't get off that easy. Now's the time of the video, Blackjack, where we have to say 3, 2, 1, click. 3, 2, 1, and Blackjack says click. And then I have to click it again because I'm on a browser. All right, Blackjack.